Are we going? Oh. Good morning, driver. Please set up your units and head south towards London. Our only stop is at Luton Airport Parkway at 7:39 to 7:41. So put the master key in, versus to neutral. Put the aircon to automatic. Bring the headlights to the day position. DRA off. We have a clear aspect. Mess with the radio.
Welcome to the remote radio test unit. Please leave your message after the test.
This is the NRN radio test call. This is the NRN radio test call.
So after that, we can now depart. Sorry. So release the brake and power to notch 2. So OBS is fine, the stream is fine. Yeah, I looked back at the I looked back yesterday from the yesterday's stream, and the picture was so blurry. So now I just put up the output to 1080p. And from the stream, it looks really good. So where's he going? He's going from Cricklewood South Junction to Taunton North Yard. With his headlights not on. Yeah, this was originally meant to be Transport Fever, but I didn't think anybody was actually interested in that, so I just flew this thumbnail together. And driving from Bedford to St Pancras. I haven't driven this all the way through before, so I don't know what's going to happen. But it must work, otherwise it won't be released with the Jet Trains Voyager. So this is Bedford Station. I haven't been here in real life, so I can't really tell you if it's accurate or not. So we're stopping at Luton and St Pancras, and that's it. So the current speed limit is 110 miles an hour, and we have about 21 miles to Luton Airport Parkway. Yes, this is a 222. It is mid 222. So we've got 222-010, and we've got 222-010. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're fond of 9 coaches. So I didn't make this scenario, so I don't know what's in it. So we'll just have to wait and see. So we've now passed 100 miles an hour. So I think so far, on Twitter, the only thing that's actually gone to plan is the pre-recorded stuff. Because on Monday, I didn't plan on doing that new measurement trade scenario on the live stream. Today was meant to be Transport Fever, but I didn't think anybody was actually interested. And today, we're doing this instead. Where's that going? That one is going to St Pancras to Nottingham. That's like East-based trains didn't exist. Yeah, I don't know when the scenario is set. Oh. Take a pair of 222s on 1 Charlie 11, Sheffield to St Pancras in a rainy morning in March 2015. So I think in 2015 East Mid trains definitely did exist, but not now. So the next station will be Flitwick. And I'm already speeding. What a surprise. F. F indeed. So I don't think we can actually get up to 125 between here and St Pancras. Finally, it wouldn't let me put it in. It's a 319 from Bedford to Sevenoaks. Yeah, I think all the Thameslink trains before it was Thameslink is First Capital Connect, and we should only be seeing 319s without the sound pack. So speed limit's going down to 100, then back up to 110. So yeah, I put this to 1080p. Yeah, I put the stream to 1080p, so hopefully the picture should look a lot better now. Great 319s are better than classic German 700s. Yeah, they are. Even though I've never been on a 700, so I don't know. I have been on 319. Well, the northern refurbished 319s. So the next station will be Flitwick, then Harlington, Leagrave, Luton Airport Parkway. So it's not just all countryside into London. Well, of course it would be countryside. It's London. So passenger view. A lot different from the Voyager. Is that just a 2D image? Looks like it. Chat is quiet. I've heard the 700s have crap seats. Brighton to Bedford. Why has he just stopped? Yeah, I think the chat is quiet because I literally just announced I'm doing this about 20 minutes ago. It was originally meant to be Transport Fever, but I didn't think anybody actually cared. Because they've all moved on to they've all moved on to the successor, Transport Fever 2. But the hardware requirements for Transport Fever 2 are ridiculous. I can play Transport Fever 2, but I get a frame rate of about 10 FPS. I mean, I can run Transport Fever 1 fine. It's just that no one's interested. FS700s have crap seats, probably because they're new. So about 9 miles to Luton. Transport Lacquer too. Yes, it just lags all the time, even on small maps. So we are now passing through, I think it's Harlington. Where is this? Oh, Harlington. So next one is Leagrave. Due to platform 3. 209 from Selhurst to Bedford. Was that one? Was that what it was? Was that one empty, or did it actually start at Selhurst? You can go check, but I'm not doing it. I don't know what that person just commented. Don't live down south. Yeah, no, neither do I. I live in the north, the great north. So 5.5 miles to our next stop, and hopefully I won't do another Widdens. Yeah, I do like the East Mids livery. Yeah, I think if you thought of a 222, the first livery that comes to mind is this one. Probably because it's worn it the longest time. I mean, what do you think of the new East Midlands Railway purple livery? It looks too dark. I think Rail Magazine just a few weeks ago, I think it was last week, that they revealed the 170 in the East Mids Railway purple livery. Like, why would you pick 170 for easy trains on the Midland Main Line? Wasn't that what the Meridians were meant to replace? Too purple means white. Yeah, there's a lot of white. Well, I think the purple livery does have white, just needs more white than purple. I think that was the Leagrave station. Speeding to go down to 100 and down to 90 as we approach Luton. So Luton had 5 platforms. Platform, I think it's 1. One is on the down fast. 2 is on the up fast. 3 and 4 are the up and down slow, and then 5 is kind of like a bay platform. So bring our speed gently down to 90 miles an hour. Or around 90. We need more HST run services. Yeah, we do. But I think kind of refurbishing the entire Mark III stock would be too expensive. Also, I think the trains that EMR are getting, like the 170s and the 180s, I think they have like better performance than the HSTs on like short to distance services with more frequent stops. And I've forgotten how close these stations are. Put the handbrake on. There. Wheel slip shut. Yeah, I should release these handbrakes. So gently just cruise to the end of the platform. so we are running a little late, even though we are 2 hours of 41, so I think we're on time actually. Bet you the one needs to is break down in day 1. Yeah, that's fairly likely to happen. So, arrival at Luton Airport Parkway. Take a quick screenshot. You'll be going nowhere. Yeah, then they just bring out another 180 from the depot, and then that one breaks down. And then they bring out another 180 from the depot, and then that one breaks down. And then they have to drag out 175 from Wales. Right away, we are due in St Pancras at 8:06. When did that 309 get there? I don't. Did that just appear out of nowhere? Going to Sevenoaks. There are only 13 Atlantes. I thought there were 40. Numbered 101 to 114. Because I think the Atlantes now most of them are operated by Central trains. And then the remainder should be operated by EMR. Also, I think EMR are also getting like 360s that just transferred over from Greater Anglia. It would be weird seeing a 360. It would be weird seeing a 360 on the MML. I think that will be the EMR's first electric train. Well, until they get more bi-modes. So next stop is London St Pancras International at arriving at 8:06, and it's 28 miles away. Why is it juttering? Speed limit here is 105. So we should be in St Pancras in the next 15-20 minutes. So I think in a future stream, maybe I could do like an entire run for like Preston to Glasgow on the merge route that merges the West Coast Main Line over Sharp with the West Coast Main Line North in a Pendolino, and hopefully it won't derail. And if it does, I'll be very disappointed. Trans Pancras Express. Or London St Pancras. I think I've heard someone call it St Pancake. Oh yeah, we shouldn't be seeing any 377s either, because they're kind of third party and they don't come with the 319. Yeah, I don't really have time to make my own scenario on the Midland Main Line, so I just use one of the default ones. Hopefully, just trains put in some of their trigger event things. I think one of the scenarios that I'd like to do in a stream is one on the Great Western Main Line, where you take a Voyager from Reading Depot to Oxford, and you have to bring the train cold out of Reading. And you have to set up the TMS as well. So I think this is Harpenden. Oh yeah, and disappointingly we shouldn't be seeing any HSTs either. So it's just Meridians, 66s, and 309s, and that's it. Maybe I should make my own scenario, taking the train northwards. But if I did it today, it would be very quiet because of lockdown. But I'm sure the Midland Line couldn't be that quiet because it's on Thameslink. And Thameslink are bound to run lots of trains because it goes right through the middle of London. Still don't like Adelantes. Yes, never on time, always breaking down, never turning up. I think the Adelantes kind of like have a reputation from when they first entered service. I think their 180s are alright now. We haven't really heard any breakdown recently. And if they weren't so reliable, why would Grand Central have more to the Adelantes? Maybe because there's no other train available. So speed limit is now 100. So the next station will be St Albans, where some trains start going to London. The station also has St Albans Abbey, which goes on a branch line to Watford, where you can change for services on the West Coast Main Line. I'm also interested in doing a drive down the entire Carlisle on the stream. Because I do like the entire Carlisle route. It's a very scenic journey, all the way from Settle to Carlisle. So speed limit is going up to 110. This is from the Just Trains website. I don't think the Meridian is on Steam. Is it? I have to check. It's a. Why is the. Also, why is that livery green? Yeah, I just looked up the Meridian on Steam. Sorry. I just looked at the Meridian on Steam and the whole train is livery. It's green. Why is it green? That's wrong. Isn't it meant to be blue? So is this just the Just Trains version on Steam, or is it did they make this themselves? Because it looked like they just plagiarized the Just Trains version. And it was released last week. Okay then. And it cost 22 quid. That's insane. Oh, just the GT version re-released. Okay. Well, is that why everybody's flocking to this live stream because they think it's a Steam version? Even though it's not. I think this is Radlet Station. Brighton to Bedford. I think 4 coaches is a bit short for a train from Brighton to Bedford. Yeah, I didn't know the Meridian was on Steam until about 2 minutes until 2 minutes ago. So I've always had the Just Trains version, the original one. See, I think I'll just start from stream from 11 because I tried the stream from 7 o'clock and it didn't seem as popular. Hi, Southern Transport. We are driving this pair of Meridians from Bedford to St Pancras. So I have a 5-car Meridian on the front and a 4-car Meridian on the back. So this train is formed of 9 coaches. Yeah, why are most of Just Train's products re-released on Steam? Is it because Just Trains aren't making enough money? This is L Street and Borehamwood. I've been on the cross country ones. Cross country don't have Meridians. They have Voyagers. Oh yeah, I think they have their partnership. This route is running really well. The frame rate is so smooth. What am I getting? I get like 30, 40 FPS. So OBS is good, the stream is good. Yeah, they have better quality, which is why they're kind of look. I think they have the same engine as well, but with different bogies. I wonder if a Meridian can couple up to a Voyager. I think mechanically they can, but not electrically. Right, what is the difference between a Meridian and a Voyager? So this is Mill Hill Broadway. Yeah, Wikipedia says Cosmic Studio Meridian is similar to the Voyagers, but it has a different interior. 222s have more components fitted under the floors to free up space within the body. Oh, the 222s are fitted with donor couplers, as on the Voyagers, though these units cannot work together in service because the 222 electrical connections are incompatible with the Voyagers. Oh yeah, because I have those, because Voyagers have those new air dam things and the Meridians don't. I think this is Hendon. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Middleman line. Yeah, I just have a road trains in front of me with a train from like Nottingham to St Pancras that has all our stations in it, and I'm just reading through them. So speed limit is going down to 95. So on the left now is Cricklewood Depot. I don't know why JT left it empty. All the stations look the same. Yeah, they kind of do. Same with the 465 and the 319s. I thought they were two completely different trains. This is Cricklewood Station. So 5 miles left to St Pancras. So the next one will be West Hampstead Thameslink, where we shall go under the North London line. So it's going down to 85 then down to 80. The next station after West Hampstead Thameslink will be Kentish Town, in there St Pancras. What happened to the sky? Like, what's happened to the skybox? It's kind of focused in all in one place. They could couple it through now with a 465, but they would fall out with each other and not work. Yeah, I imagine that's what would happen if you tried to couple two incompatible trains. Yeah, so I got to trains in where there's glitches everywhere. So when we come out of this tunnel, there should be a line going off to the left that connects with the Goblin line. And then straight on is Kentish Town, and then the line going downwards goes to the Thameslink core, and then we carry straight on into St Pancras High Level. So line to the left links up with the Midland Main line near, I think it's Upper Holloway. And then we carry straight on towards Kentish Town. Yeah, it's near H+1 because we just come in right up against it. So on the left is Kentish Town Station. Yeah, London is pretty much a giant spaghetti of lines because apart from central London on the overground bit, there's just lines everywhere. And if you go underground, you've also got the London Underground, and that just makes London even more of a spaghetti of lines. Yes, and King's Cross is literally just next door. And then if you walk down the street a bit, you go to Euston. Well, brakes are a bit sensitive. 5 minutes. Yeah, doesn't really take that long to get to St Pancras from Bedford. Especially if you just miss most of the stations. So in St Pancras we are due into platform 4. Yeah, we won't be seeing any javelins. Wow, it's 7 people watching. Cool. Maybe I should do the return journey in a different scenario in a Meridian. Just so the stream isn't too short. So speed limit is going down to 15 as we approach the platform. I think St Pancras looks completely different before its rebuild, or after. Well, it looks different before and after its rebuild. Because wasn't St Pancras kind of dead before HS1? They should put more stations in the oyster zone. How far does the oyster go out to? I don't live in London, so I don't know what oyster is like. So try not to hit the buffers. So gently just arriving into St Pancras. And the station looks amazing. I have been here in real life. The station is just really pretty to look at. So arrival into St Pancras International. And we are 3 minutes early. Wow. So put that to whilst off, reverse it off, master key out, tail lights to tail. D-rate on, open the doors, go outside, and take a quick screenshot. Something is not right about his face. It looks too low poly. So we actually got to be sat here for the next 6 minutes. Do I have editing keys on? Yes, I do. So I could just speed up time. Oh, it's already off. Oh, it says well done. You have completed the scenario successfully. Oh, so is it like a timer thing? Okay, I spared 17 times, was like 4.8% of the time, and I drove 50 miles. So I'll just go and pick the next scenario, going in the other direction. So go to the Meridian line. I should just filter it out to the 222. Okay, it says, prepare the Class 222 Meridian at Cricklewood Depot on a Sunday morning in July 2015 before working an empty coaching stop moves into St Pancras, prior to heading north with 1 Delta 16, 9 o'clock, St Pancras to Nottingham. Yeah, I think we'll do that one. There's one called Rush Hour Hell. Oh, drive it into London. I don't want to do that. So it's called Morning Meridian. Start. Good morning. Today we will learn how to start a Class 222 from a cold state before working a train from St Pancras. Please follow the instructions that follow this message. Okay. Oh wait, what's that second one? Oh. Nope. No, that's not it. Please insert the master key by pressing Shift and W. Cancel the alarms by pressing the TMS level 3 button on the panel to your left. Okay. Put that in there like that. Yeah, my PC isn't sounding very good. It's just making a giant racket. I don't know what it could be. Hopefully it's not my brand new hard drive that I bought about a month ago. So what we got? We are in an East Mids Meridian with a special livery. Lions Club's International Centenary, 1917-2017, 100 years. So we're in 22217. Shush. So climate control to automatic. Point selector, nothing. Headlights to marker because we're coming out the depot. That doesn't do anything. The GSMR is initializing. Do I have the northern lines? Which one's that? I've forgotten. Oh, the one from Preston to Blackpool. I really do want it. Well, isn't there an electrified one? I mean, I have been to Preston, I have been to Blackpool. So this will be a really cool line to do. But I don't have all the requirements. And I kind of spent a lot of money already on new PC parts. Trash. How mature? Please press the engine start button in front of you to start the engines on the units. So press start. Fire! All you need for the platforms is graphics to high end and you should be fine. Maybe it might get it, see how well it runs. I might get the electrified version because that's the most realistic and most recent one. Okay, we have engines running, we have the TMS is not ready yet. So just waiting for the train to boot up. Then move the reverser to the M position by pressing S twice. Next press the yellow plunger, yeah, I get it. Turn the DRA off. Just wait for brake pressure to rise. Eventually. I think these trains can overheat. I think anything can overheat. One dislike, hate is gonna hate. Now test the NRN to check that it's functioning properly. Look at the small console on the shush. I know what I'm doing. So press this.
Welcome to the remote radio test unit. Please leave your message after the test.
This is an NRN radio test call.
So the only thing we need now is brake pressure. And the TMS screen to come on. Oh, we have no dislikes. Cool. Now we will turn the headlights on. Look at your left and turn the switch to day. Check the indicator next to the switch and you should see that everything... See that the white lights are shown for this end of the train. Okay, put this back to day then. So we are slowly building up brake pressure. Very, very, very slowly. I've like 666 things, lol. Yeah, you are the devil. You're almost ready to move off. Make sure that you disable the DRA. First, however, press the illuminated plunger in front of you. Oh, I've already done that. I think we have enough brake pressure now. So reverser to forward. Check that we have a path out of the depot. And we do. I assume that's where we're going. If I just go down here. Oh, then move the reverser to F. Can I get F in chat? By pressing W, I cancel the DSD self-test system. Oh, I think we're meant to go this way. Through carriage wash 1. Okay, driver, please depart north of St Pancras. We may have a wait there as we aren't due to leave until 9. Upon arrival at St Pancras, please open the doors and then change cabs so that you are in the other end of the unit. To this, you need to remove the engine keys, check the brakes and reverser are in neutral. The brakes are in neutral. I think it's possible the brake to maximum. Anyway, let's get going. So brake release, power to notch 2, so departing Crookwood. The speed limit is 20, and we have about 6 miles to 6 miles to St Pancras. So we do have a path out to depot, which is cool. RFH. So this train is following 4 coaches, so a lot shorter than last time. So we have 22217. You can't really figure out how to change the destinations in real time. I think it's Control F12. F8. Shush. Control F8. Nope, that's it. What was that? The limit the limit went down to 10 without telling me. So there's 309 just parked up outside. Like, why is it 10 down this very small bit of track? Why can't it just all be 20? Control F1. No, that didn't do anything. Maybe if I actually go to the manual, that might help. Shush. I wish in the Meridian you could actually turn off the DRA, I mean the DSD. Desktop. Shortcut. Manuals. EN. Looking for just trains. Just trains 222. So open with Chrome. So let's see the keyboard controls. Introduction, installation, livery, train sets, cab controls. Active training features, driving the classic to advanced, scenarios, credits, copyright, software piracy. Shut up! I'm trying to read. Try all the control plus F. Oh, limit 75. So the station we just passed through was Cricklewood Depot. I mean Cricklewood Station. I have quite a few of the Northern Lines electric. Do you mean a scenario? I do mean a scenario. What does Control F do? Nothing, I think. What the hell was that? I'm pretty sure that was not meant to happen. So accelerate up to 75 and then just cut the power back. So this is West Hampstead Thameslink again. There's a 009 going to Bedford from Brighton. I think we're running a little too early. So over the top is the North London line between Richmond and Stratford. She said. She said she. Are you trying to give me like tongue twisters? Sea shed. Like try say she said about 3 times as quick and repeatedly. Because you sound like she said. What's a cat? Just jumping off a windowsill onto my bed and onto the floor. And then she's just sat on the floor. Yeah, a shed on the sea, a sea shed. So put the brake to about 2.5 bars, just so we don't slow down too quickly. So why isn't the TMS screen coming on? I don't know. Maybe it brought the TMS by not touching it. Why am I on the down slow? What's the line going over us? I don't remember what that one is. Which one is that one? Gospel Oak to Kentish Town West. Oh, the North London line again. That'll be right. Oh yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, because the North London line kind of weaves its way through North London. Foraging with force. Forcaging. So accelerate up to 50. Don't know why I slowed down so much. So on the left here is Kentish Town again. So it said we are due into St Pancras at 9 o'clock, and we have about 10 minutes. I think Train Sim is one of those games where you can, where the game was kind of made for live streaming, because all you can do is sit in the driver's cab and then just chat with people instead of just talking to yourself. A Billy upgrade to Manchester. That would be a very small company, unless they ran like buses. Oh yeah, with the Northern franchise. What's happening with the Northern franchise? Because I think Arriva had it stripped, and then the DFT took over. So is the Northern franchise up for bids now? So here's St Pancras again. So we're due into platform 3 this time. Hopefully we won't be outside for ages. So prepare to do Meridian at Cricklewood Depot on a Sunday morning in July 2015 before making an empty coaching stop move into St Pancras prior to heading north with 1 Delta 16 or 1 Delta 16, 9 o'clock St Pancras to Nottingham. So coming to St Pancras, stop at Luton Airport Parkway and then stop at Bedford. So we're just doing the exact same journey in reverse but at a different time. So I think we'll be starting St Pancras for about 6-ish minutes. So I think I might just take a break for a bit, just until we just get down to St Pancras. Torch just. Stripes. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, but okay. So at St Pancras, I am aiming to stop right at the end of the platform. Yes, coming to St Pancras, take a bit of a break, get a drink or something. Let the cow. And then leave St Pancras at 9 o'clock. So take about a 7 minute break. And I'll just let the game run in real time. If I don't hear the buffers. How far do Meridian stop? Do they go right to the buffer stop? Or do they stop just before it? So arrival into St Pancras International. So reverser to off, master key out, brake to maximum or full service, DRA on, headlights to tail, climate control to off. And I think that the cab is now shut down, so move to the other one, set this one up, board passengers. It's 2 hours late. Okay. Okay, master key in. Reverser to neutral. Climate control to automatic. Headlights to the day position. The TMS is not working because I broke it. The signal up ahead is clear, so DRA off. Test the NRN. And depart at 9 o'clock.
To the remote radio test unit. Please leave your message after the tone.
This is an NRN radio test call.
Okay, we're leaving in about 30 seconds. So hopefully I have set up the train and we won't be late. So the TMS screen doesn't work because I've probably broken it. Headlights on, master key neutral, aircon on. Nothing on the back wall to use. There is quite a lot of space here. Wonder why. Got the second man's cabin. There's electrical stuff, whatever that is. Motorway driver. Next stop, Luton Airport Parkway, 9:27 to 28. So departing London St Pancras International. The speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and we have 29 miles to Luton Airport Parkway. So this dream is basically pretty much just going from Bedford to St Pancras and back to Bedford. So on the right is HS1 towards Stratford and Ashford and Ebbsfleet and Europe. So speed limit is now 20 miles an hour, surely going up to 50. So very soon we should be able to accelerate to a higher speed. So there's 50 coming up now, then 70. So speed limit is now 15 miles per hour in the next second. So put the power to full and accelerate up to 50 miles per hour. Yeah, I do like Meridians. Even though I don't know what EMR is going to do with them when they get the new bimodes. Maybe I think they'll probably go into warm storage. I don't think they'll be scrapped. I think they're too young to be scrapped. So speed limit is now 70 miles an hour. They should extend the line to Sheffield. I think Just Trains have made the route to Sheffield. Don't know where from. I don't remember where from. I think it's Derby. Yeah. I think Just Trains have done Derby to Sheffield, but I don't have that. So I'll be able to go into up to 75, then up to 80. So speed limit at 75. So it should be going up to 80 just before we go through this tunnel. They need to link the two. Yeah, but then you need to build the line from Derby to Bedford. So accelerate up to 80 miles an hour. Another Meridian from Derby to St Pancras. It left Derby at 10 to 7. So I think the only HSTs that actually, come down here are the ex-LNR ones. I think all of the VP185 ones have been withdrawn. So we are now approaching West Hampstead Thameslink. Speed limit is now 90 miles an hour. Okay, now it's 95 and it's surely going up to 110. Yeah, Meridians do have really good acceleration. I think it's even better. I think it's even better than the Voyagers. On the right is Cricklewood Depot, where we just came from. Speed limit is now 110 miles per hour. So the next station is I think it's Hendon. Yeah, it's Hendon, then Mill Hill Broadway, Elstree and Barham Wood, Radler, St Albans, Harpenden, then Luton Airport Parkway. This is Hendon Station. Why is that 309 just sat there? Am I running too early? Yes, apparently I'm about 3 minutes early. I think JT were a bit too generous with the times. So to try to keep the speed at 110 miles an hour. In real life, can you actually go up to 125 between here and Bedford? Or is it just limited to 110? No, southeast. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with the Midland Main Line. This is Mill Hill Broadway station. I think in a future stream I might do like a speed run from like London Bridge to Brighton and see how fast I can do it. Probably in a 377. NLE scenarios. NLE, what could that mean? North London. Oh, Northern Lines Electric. Yeah, I think you can make quite a lot of scenarios for the Northern Line's electric. So speed limit is going down to 100. We're at 205. You think 205 is a bit too slow to do a speed run from London Bridge to Brighton? The 319 from Bedford to Three Bridges. Why are these trains? Why are all these trains formed of 4 coaches? Wouldn't it make more sense to have 8? Oh yeah, do a speed run with the EP 377. That would be amazing. Speed limit is now 110. This is Elstree and Boreham Wood. Dilly Merseyrail. Yeah, I guess you could do Merseyrail. Like, how big is the entire network? Because you're like the entire Merseyrail network in one transit route. Well, I just go now. Alright, bye, Mashanga. See you tomorrow or whenever. Yeah, probably just end the stream when I get to Bedford. Shush. So, to Luton Airport Parkway in about 15 miles. The entire network has 67 stations. Yes, but how much mileage does the entire Meridien network contain? I think this is Radlett Station. Like, how big is the Meridien network in terms of mileage? So, patch review, I did not know you could actually go into another seat. This table is tiny. It's like the table you get in a lecture theatre at uni. So I think Notch 2 should keep us at a steady 110 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know what I did to break the TMS touchscreen because it's not really coming on. So limit is going down to 100 fairly shortly. So just put a tiny dab of brake on. Okay, maybe a bit more. So Luton in about 10 miles, 11 miles. So limit is now 100 as we go around this curve towards St Albans. Or in the editor, it's actually called St Albans City. Not so it's not confused with St Albans Abbey. coming around this corner is St Albans City Station. So it's going up to 100 and then up to 110 again. Again, and the route does look a lot better with the AP track pack. What if I did a live stream of City Skylines, because that seems popular. Even though I would have to play it on like minimal settings. Minimal graphics settings. Like I could like get some like sea walls, put them into like a square, then have like waste pumps just fill up the space between the space in the flood wall, so it's like a giant pool of poo. Or like have a canal running through the middle of the city, and then at the end just have like drainage pipes just drain water through the middle of the town. Why so disgusting? Or you can just do it the normal way and just dump it into the water. So we're not far out of Luton Airport Parkway. So we should pass through Harpenden before we get to Luton. So we're now approaching Harpenden Station. This is Harpenden Junction, where you can change from the fast lines to the slow lines, from the slow lines to the fast lines. Speed limit is now 105. So we're not that far out from Luton Airport Parkway. I think I'm going to brake at around 2 miles from the station. Just so you don't overshoot it. So yeah, I think the East Midlands trains livery had to be the most iconic one for the Meridian. I think the Meridian has been in quite a few more liveries, like Hull trains, where they were called Pioneers. But East Midlands trains livery with the white and the blue and the orange has to be the one they've been in the longest. Yeah, I don't really like the new purple one. It's too purple. So I got down to 100, then down to 95, and I should start braking for Airport Parkway Station. So I think this is enough brake force to come to a gentle stop. 600 Subway stores are opening. Yay! I can get a foot long with hash browns and a drink. What do you know? What do you normally get from Subway? I think I normally get like a meat feast with some hash browns and a drink. Yeah, I miss Subway a lot, even if it is really expensive. Shush. So yeah, let's open it to chat. Open it up to chat. What do you normally get from Subway? What's your favourite thing from Subway? Mine's it's either the meat feast or the steak and cheese or whatever they have that I find interesting. So if I go to Subway, the first thing I'll think of is a meat feast on Italian herbs and cheese with hash browns and a drink. Veggie pie? Yeah, I've never had that. Is it any good? Well, it must be good, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. So this is Luton Airport Parkway, where we were just about a half an hour ago. There's the forecast stop sign, I've just gone past it. So arrival into Luton. So we were due in at 28 and we got in at 21, so I think we're going to be sat here for a bit. Yeah, I think JT were a bit too generous with the times. Or maybe I'm just really fast. So just stay here for a bit. Or I can just use async keys to speed up time. So leave Luton Airport Parkway in just a few seconds, and then we'll just head straight for Bedford. So journey time between Luton and Bedford is about 20 minutes. Right way, next stop Bedford, 9:49 to 51. So departing Luton Airport Parkway, the speed limit is 95 miles an hour. and we have about 21 miles to Bedford, where this scenario will end. So what I also want to do in a video, like a pre-recorded video, is a journey from Watford Junction to Clapham Junction. So I could do the first part from Watford to Willesden on the West Coast Main Line South, version 5.2. And then I can do the rest between like Shepherd's Bush to Clapham Junction. On the, I think it's the Goblin line and the North London line, where it also includes, because it also includes a line from Willesden to Clapham. So that'll be a cool scenario, or a video. And then just edit the two bits together. Because if I did it live, you'd have to wait for me to change routes. Or what if I did in a live stream the entire journey from like King's Cross to Dundee? Because you could do King's Cross to Peterborough, Peterborough to York, York to Newcastle, Newcastle to Edinburgh, and then I think it's on the Scottish East Coast Main Line. You could do Edinburgh to Dundee. That would take ages, and I would have to make all the scenarios for it. I wish they would bring back the Manchester Piccadilly to Brighton service. When did that end? Did it end in 2008? When cross country stopped serving Brighton altogether? Yeah, I think there's a reason for that being closed, because if you want to go from Manchester to Brighton, you could just go Manchester to Euston, use then Victoria to Brighton, so there's no real point in having a train from Manchester to Brighton. Unless it went through Birmingham and Banbury and Oxford. So the next station will be Leagrave, and we have about 18 miles left. This is Leagrave Station. How long did it take to get from Manchester to Brighton? I'm thinking 4 hours? 3-4 hours? Because I think what train we're doing, we're coming from Manchester, follow the cross-country route to, I think it's Oxford, then travel to, I think it's Ealing Broadway, go over the North London line, somehow get to Kensington Olympia, join on Clapham Junction, and then just go down to Brighton. I also forgot to change the description for the stream. Think about taking a Meridian. That should be north. From St Pancras to Bedford. Shush. if they could do a service that would be more direct from Brighton to go via Watford and straight down to Manchester, that would be great. Can't you do that already? Like you can get a train from Brighton to Clapham, get a southern train round to Milton Keynes, and then just change for train to Manchester. So Bedford in about 12 miles. Although I think what needs to happen is a train from like Bradford interchange to Manchester Airport that will go through Toblerone, Rochdale, Mount Victoria, or the Oslo Card, through Oxford Piccadilly, and then to the airport. Or what you would do first is increase capacity in Victoria, and then also increase capacity in Piccadilly. But I think they've been shelved because they're too expensive. Because the section between Manchester Piccadilly and Deansgate during the normal timetable, so not quarantine, it's that busy. There's trains literally queuing outside for ages on either side. And by introducing services across the Oslo card, you just made the problem worse. I think this is Harlington Station. Where is the station? Oh, Flitwick. What you could also do is just completely redevelop Oxford Road to have more capacity. Yeah, it would having to save changing trains. So Spillman is going down to 100, but then down to 100, and then back up to 110. So I'll bring our speed down to 100. Manchester needs high, low, and central platforms first. Yeah, Manchester Piccadilly does need quite expansion. I mean, I think there have been proposals to use the old Mayfield station, but then having to change between Mayfield and Piccadilly would be a pain, or just inconvenient. Because there's literally no way that you can quad track Piccadilly to Deansgate because there's too many buildings in the way. Unless you make like a second new route that will completely bypass Piccadilly, Oxford Road, and Deansgate, then join on to in Bolton or something, or Salford. Yeah, I think Manchester Piccadilly does have low-level platforms on Metrolink in the Undercroft. So I don't know what HS2 is planning on doing with Piccadilly. Because if you wanted to build new platforms in Piccadilly, you would have to make them elevated or just stick them underground. So Bedford at about 5 miles. So just before we get into Bedford, Caldwell Depot should be on the right. Well, should be, will be. I've gone the entire journey without having the DSD put into emergency brake. But there's time. There's time for that to happen. So 2.5 miles to Bedford. So we are due in at 49. We're due in at 43. So yeah, this train, the timings are just completely wrong. So well, that's at 28 and it's now 40. So it's been 12 minutes. So next stream, it will probably be tomorrow. Don't know what I'll do. I'm thinking the Settle to Carlisle. Well, I'm not doing a return trip from Settle to Carlisle. Just do it one way in a 158 or something. Or maybe if I find a freight train, I might do it in a 66. So OBS is fine, the stream is fine. I think getting more RAM has really improved my streaming capabilities. So now I can stream forever until I get bored or tired, or until my computer blows up. Because when I turned on this morning, it sounded like it was about to explode. I hope it's not my new hard drive that's having problems, because I literally just bought it about a month ago. So on the right is Caldwell Depot. We also join the line from Bletchley. And we have Bedford Station coming up just now. So we're due into platform number 4. So this is the end of the scenario and the end of the stream. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed me taking some meridians up and down the Midland Main Line. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later today in a pre-recorded video. I think part 2. Part 2 is from Dunbar to Berwick-upon-Tweed in Nazuma. So it will be part 2 of 11. So arrival at Bedford. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream.